Person is somebody that you have been sent to protect with everything that you have. That changes your perspective when you're about to square up to your partner, or when you're about to square up even with your kid. When we consider who we're talking to and the way we talk to them, we change our perspective before we start going off on them because we're overwhelmed and stressed or very sad or alone. We consider the relationship. We consider who it is that we're talking to, and we address them accordingly. Now, not all interaction is good. I mean, it doesn't always go well. Sometimes we say things that we don't mean to say. Sometimes we say things that are very hurtful because we're hurting. But how you repair that, the repair attempts that you make afterward, are also setting one another up for success. Shane and I have learned over the years, when we are in a disagreement or when I am really, really frustrated, I will ask him, I need some time. Can I have a few minutes? And Shane is the type, he needs to talk things out in order to feel good, in order to feel right. He needs to talk it out. I'm the type that needs to stop and take a break and gather myself, and then I can come back into the relationship or into the conversation. And so initially when we first got married, we would get in a fight or upset with one another, and he would kind of chase me around the house trying to talk things out, and I would run from him because I didn't want to talk things out. I needed my space so that I could gather myself, because I knew if he kept pursuing me, I was going to say something that wasn't nice, and I didn't want to do that to him. But when I tried to explain to him, I need a few minutes, he didn't understand at the time what that meant. He thought maybe I was trying to avoid him. So we had to have a come together about that and what it means. I need a few minutes, and I promise I'll come back and finish the conversation. But right now, you chasing me around the house trying to talk things out is not going to help. It's making things worse. And we've learned that over the years. And he has come to respect and honor the space that I need when I get really upset. And I've come to respect and honor that he needs to talk things out. And so I have to come back. He lets me go away, but I have to come back, or else he'll feel like I've neglected the relationship or I'm dismissing him, and I don't want to do that. So we set one another up for success by understanding one another's needs, by understanding who we're talking to. Sometimes we get so busy focusing on life and taking care of kids and taking care of our careers, we don't really look at one another as our partner or our loved one, our cherished one, the one that we adore. Instead, they're our partner in crime. They're the ones we're doing life with. It's not romantic and fluffy. And sometimes we start to get dismissive and take that for granted, especially when we're feeling overwhelmed. So when we take a moment in the square up phase of just, who am I talking to? I am talking to my best friend. And hopefully your partner is your best friend. But this is something that I have to think about. Who am I talking to? I'm talking to my best friend. I would not want to treat them the way I'm treating them. I respect them. I love them. I want to hold on to them. And so keeping a perspective of, who am I talking to? This is my cherished one. This is my person. That also helps to set you up for success. All right. So let me flip this around again. See if you can see that. Diffusing overwhelm. When we start to feel overwhelmed, there are some things that we can do to help us out. Let me flip that back around. Okay. I want to give you some pointers, and I know you probably know a lot of these already, but I just want to go over them with you because it really does help you when you're in that mode. It helps you to feel like, okay, I can handle this. I'm really stressed out right now. I've got the world on my shoulders, but I can do this. I can handle this. One of the things that I really suggest is grounding yourself. Seriously taking some deep, slow breaths and slowing that way down. Because what happens is that turns off that fight or flight that you get when we perceive danger, when we perceive something bad is happening to us, which stress can do. Even though there's not a physical threat, somebody isn't standing right behind us about to attack us, but we still feel threatened. Our safety feels threatened. Our well-being feels threatened. And so then we're triggered. We start releasing adrenaline, and that creates a lot of energy in our body. And if we don't do anything with that energy, then it becomes nervous energy inside of us. And then we start to spin and race and think all these things with that energy. So take some time to ground yourself. First off, the deep breaths, because it turns off the signaling of the nervous system so that you can calm down a little bit. And then ground yourself. Whatever it is that you need to do, take your shoes off and go walk through the grass in the backyard. For me, it's pulling weeds. I love to pull weeds. It helps me. It grounds me. Or just holding on to something really cold, holding on to ice, or putting it on the back of your neck. Some people like to jump in the shower and take a really cold shower. Anything to just kind of reconnect you to your body. Reconnect you to, okay, I am safe. I'm highly stressed out right now. I feel like things are spinning out of control, but I'm still me and I can do this. That's one of the really important things to do. Other things that you can do are to pray or meditate. Taking that time to connect to your breath, taking that time to connect to something other than yourself. If you're praying for someone else, that helps as well. The second thing, number 2, is adjusting your state of mind. And our state of mind is really powerful. What you say to yourself, what you think, what you choose to put into your mind. So there's something that I do. It's called the gratitude game. I play it with myself. I think of just a few things that I can be grateful for in the moment to kind of get me out of my yuck feeling. And I'll give you an example. One day I came home from work. It was working in a hospital, and it was really stressful. But Shane and I had made a deal when I started this job. I don't work there anymore, but when I did, we made a deal that we were going to alternate dinner nights. So I would take care of dinner one night and he would take care of dinner the other night. And I came home that particular day and no dinner was cooked. In fact, Shane was on the TV playing a video game. And I was fried. I was just fried and I was mad. I was so mad. But instead of saying anything to Shane that would have made me feel bad later or made him feel bad, I went upstairs, and in my closet, I had a little come to Jesus moment. And I just said, all right, this sucks. I'm mad. I'm really mad right now, but I'm going to find 5 things in this closet that I'm grateful for. And I did. And as I started listing silly things in the closet that I was grateful for, I began to calm down. And as I began to calm down, my mind shift changed. And I said, all right, I'm going to go down and I'm going to make dinner. And I'm not going to be mad about it. I'm just grateful that I'm home. I'm grateful that we have peace in our home. I'm grateful that I get to be with my kids and my family. And I'm going to go down there and I'm going to make dinner. And I'm not going to be mad about it. So I had to tell myself, right? When we get into a state of mind, we have to kind of talk ourselves through it. I told myself, I'm not going to be mad about this. I'm just not. It's not worth it. So I went downstairs and I started cooking dinner, and the kids kind of followed me and started helping me cook dinner. And Shane joined us, and we all had this wonderful experience cooking dinner, laughing, joking around. We had a great night. And it was all because I changed my attitude. I changed my perspective. I changed my state of mind through gratitude and through telling myself, I'm not going to be upset about this. Now, imagine if I had come home and I was a sourpuss. If I was all salty and angry and, got on to Shane for not doing what he was supposed to do and, put him down, there would be tension in the home. There would not be peace in the home. I would be mad. I would be frustrated. And I did not want that spirit in our home. I knew I was upset, but I knew I could fix that. But once contention enters into the home, I don't have as much control over that, but I do have control over how I respond. And so because I chose to do that gratitude game, I was able to chill out a bit, come down with a new perspective, a grateful perspective, and then the whole family had a good evening. That makes a big difference. Again, the example, We are the example in our family. Our husbands are the example. Our children are the example. We learn from our children as well, but they are also learning from us. The other thing that I really want to talk about is, as far as mindset goes, is putting what you put into your mind, especially during these times. You know, I mentioned that we're at home and we're just absorbing everything that comes at us through social media and on TV and whatever friends want to tell us. It is too much. It is too much. All right. Guard what you put into your mind. If you want to be on social media, fine. But find the people that are uplifting, find the people that are helping you feel better, and creating peace in your life, instead of the ones that are stealing your peace. There may be an interesting topic that you want to read about, but if you start getting involved in those contentious back and forth and those snippy conversations, that brings you down. And you may not even realize it. You may just think that you're reading through stuff and trying to be socially aware and conscious and stuff. I'm telling you, that stays with you. If it creates an emotion in you, it stays with you, even if you don't recognize it on a conscious level. And it's so important to be aware of what you're putting into your mind. That goes for what you watch on TV, what movies you watch, what songs you listen to. For example, I think I'm kind of an empath. I pick up on people's emotions, and I've learned over the years to really guard that. But one of the things that plays tricks with me is horror movies. I cannot watch a horror movie because it is so real to me. And I have nightmares, even as an adult. I mean, I just know, even if I see a scary commercial, I can't do that. And so I guard what I put into my mind because I know how it's going to affect me. I want you to be aware of what you're putting into your mind and how it affects you as well. It's okay for you to connect to other people through social media. It's okay for you to seek entertainment and distraction through TV and the arts. Just be aware of how it is impacting you. Your peace is precious, and there is nothing worth your peace. You guard your peace, you fight for your peace, and you protect your peace. It's yours. And I'm already out of time, I think. I cannot even believe. Last thing, though, that I want to show you. Let's see if you can see this. I don't know if you can see this or not. Some things to ask yourself when you start feeling like you want to square up. Ask yourself, where is this coming from? Am I being triggered right now? Am I mad at my partner? Or is this bringing something up from earlier in the day? And then respond as you would like to be treated. And we talked about that one already. Thirdly, use I need statements. And let me just say this about I statements. They take the blame off of the person you're talking to, and they put the accountability, it puts the accountability square on your shoulders. And I tell you what, when you're accountable for your actions, you feel more in control than if you were blaming other people. So ask yourself, how can I express myself? And it goes like this. When I'm upset, I'll just give you another example. When I'm upset, I'll tell Shane, I need to let you know blank. That lets him know, because he knows I have a hard time sharing emotion. That lets him know she's having a hard time getting this out, but she's trying her best. And so I'm going to sit here and listen. And we have had to talk this out. We have had to work this out. All these things require work. And so give yourself some grace if it doesn't go smoothly the first time you try it, but just talk it through with your partner. But let them know what you need in this moment. I'm scared right now. I'm alone right now. I need you to do blank, or I need you just to hold me, or I need whatever I need. All right. And then number 4, take that deep breath and remember that you're on the same team. When you're on the same team, when we're on a team, we've got each other's back. We're rooting for one another. We support one another. We uplift one another. And that is where you want to be, on the same team. Because if you're not on the same team, you're on opposite teams. And what do opponents do? They fight. They compete. They compare. There is not room for that in a happy, safe relationship. Be on the same team. So the I need statements and remembering who you're talking to and trying to kind of reset your mindset. These are all ways of aligning you back on the same team with one another. And remember, it's reciprocal. When you do this for others, they will reciprocate back to you because you're teaching people, others, how to take care of you, how to respond to you. But I did want to make sure that folks had time to ask a question or make a comment.
Absolutely. So yeah, it's all been comments. People are liking what you're saying, stuff you're giving us.
Okay, well, I have a few more minutes, so I just want to expand just a little bit more on what I was talking about. Are people able to see the slides? Do you know when I put them up?
Like when you turn like the screen, yeah, we can see them.
All right, here I go. I'm going to do it again. I want you to see. Oh, nope, that's not going to work. Sorry. All right, that might not work. The questions I want you to ask yourself. Again, I'm on my phone, guys. I'm so sorry. These are some questions that when you're asking yourself, where is this coming from? These are some questions that you can ask yourself. Am I feeling undervalued? Am I feeling put upon? Am I feeling alone? All right, because sometimes those are powerful triggers. And when you are overwhelmed and stressed and you just feel the weight of the world on your shoulders, these things are just right there. And so if your partner neglects something or they ask too much of you, you are ready to square up in just 2 seconds flat. So some things that you could do when you're feeling undervalued, a way of connecting, a way of getting on the same team, is just to ask them, hey, tell me what you appreciate about me. I need to hear that right now. Right? If you're feeling undervalued, let them know. I need to know what you appreciate about me right now. Not in a snarky voice, but in a kind, sincere voice. I need to know. I'm feeling really undervalued right now, and it's not your fault, but I just need to know what you appreciate about me. And then reciprocate back to them. This is what I appreciate about you. And I just want you to know that this is how I feel about you. Because if I'm feeling like this, if I'm stressed out and feel like this, I can only imagine you probably do too. That is one of the ways of getting on the same team, of connecting to your partner. This other question, am I feeling put upon? If you're feeling put upon, if you're feeling like a doormat in your family, let your partner know, this is what I need right now. I need some help. And I'm tired and I'm frustrated, and it would really be so helpful to me if you could do X, Y, or Z. Just let them know what they can do to help you. And then ask them, so what do you feel like you could do to help me? What do you feel like you could do to help out here? And let them reciprocate back to you. These are ways of teaching others how to take care of you. Because your person loves you, all right? And they want to know how to make you happy and how to make things better for you. But you have to let them know, and not in an angry, sarcastic tone, but in a very sincere manner. And this last one, am I feeling alone? This is one of those connecting questions that can, if you're feeling alone, let your partner know, I'm feeling lonely right now. I'm feeling isolated. And tell them it's not your fault. This is just what I'm feeling. What do you think it's like to go through what I'm going through? And start a conversation. Let them kind of tell you what they see. What do you see on your end about me right now? And they can start talking to you about their experience of you. And then you can connect to them around that. And then you can reciprocate back to them. What is it like for you right now? What was your day like today? Let them know. Be sincere with your partner, because that is how you create connection. And that is how you get out of the feeling of being alone and put upon and undervalued. It's when we start to connect. You can do all kinds of things on your own. You really can. But it is so much sweeter when you're doing it with your partner. It is life is so much better. You feel the support, you feel the wind beneath your wings, and you just feel like there's nothing you can't do when you have the support of your partner. And so I hope that this was helpful. I'm grateful that I was able to be a part of your Women Wine Wednesday evening. I'm excited for whoever gets to win that free massage. Oh my goodness, how exciting. Oh, and I have one more thing for you. I'm going to flip this over again. Shane and I have Next Level Couples, and we have a Next Level Couple challenge. And the challenge is to challenge you and how you show up in your marriage, and to give you tools for connecting to your partner. And we give you daily challenges to strengthen what has become weak in your relationship. And so for tonight, as our guest, our course is normally $159, but with this code, let's see, where is it? Code WWWNIGHT, all one word, lowercase, you will get it half off. And we're going to keep that up for a whole week. So until next Wednesday at 7:30, you can use this code to go in and participate in the Next Level Couples Challenge. And once you buy that, it's yours. It's yours forever. So you can keep going back through it if you want to. Keep making sure that y'all are on track, and just use that whenever you need it. So I guess that is all. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. Thank you so much. That was great. Thank you. And yes, as Jere mentioned, I don't know if I mentioned in the beginning, one of you lucky ladies will be getting a free massage, and someone else will be getting a bottle of wine from a local winery. So we'll be picking those tomorrow and contacting the winners. So I hope everyone had a great time. I know I did. So thanks again, Jere.
Thank you.
And have a great night, ladies.
Bye.
Bye.